We have 5 reasons why people are still scared of drones in 2020 and what makes our drone business a bit risky to many people. Let's go. Hello guys and welcome again. This is Alex Assenmacher with Chivo on the camera, and today we're going to talk about what makes actually drones have always, a bad feeling around them. These 5 reasons we have experienced in many cases in more or less situations, and talking to Chivo this morning, we thought, hey, we have to share this. Let's start right away with the first one, the fake news. If you have no idea about drones, you may have read or heard somewhere that drones are created for spying on you. Definitely, the dark governments are interested in what you are doing in your garden. They also geotag you. Now, I don't want to say that it is not true, however, we have to be a bit more distant about it. We know smartphones, smartwatches, and pretty much everything creates metadata about us. Still, talking about the fake news, we know that a drone hit by a tiger or crashing against a big building is way more viral than a drone helping on a rescue at high seas. This means that if you're not too interested in drones, you may have heard or watched videos about accidents or crashes that let us drone pilots a bit offside. If you talk to your grandma about drones, she will be thinking about something super military-oriented high-tech device. And it's probably true. At some point, drones have gotten super popular and user-friendly and easy to fly. That's reason number 2. Ignorance. Poor old lady. I'm not talking about your grandmother, I'm talking more about us not being able to transmit what drones are to regular people. But about this particular point we'll talk later. Ignorance in technical specs, how these things, fly, what they can do, how they hover, what they are built for, and all that. Most people think that a drone is super complicated to fly. Leaving FPV drones apart, popular drones these days hover without even touching the controller. You may do shots by tapping your screen. And automatic flights are most of the time way more cinematic than you moving your fingers on the sticks. Flying has become super easy, and your 6-year-old child can now take pics from the sky as well as your nice grandmother. Also, geofencing and other limitations will make it easier for you to know where to fly and where you can't. Another big point, number 3, is privacy. Oh mama. Intimacy and privacy are no jokes, and they have to be respected. Absolutely, there's no point really in discussing that. However, as people tend to do these days with pretty much everything, it's gone a bit too far. I've seen complaints, news articles, and videos of people getting super furious about a drone flying 300 meters close to their houses. I mean, some people think that I buy a drone because I want to know what you do in your spare time at home. People have seen many movies. They don't complain about their houses being super tracked on 3D in Google Maps, but they do complain about a drone with a fisheye lens flying close to their gardens. I mean, sometimes it's a bit too much. Number 4, and as I've said many times here, drones are still a macho ghetto. It's not a feeling, I can see it on our YouTube stats, for example. I can proudly say that our female audience has doubled since last year. However, the sad part is that we've moved from 1% to 2%. It's not about tech, because women have smartphones, tablets, computers too. It's something that the drone business is doing wrong, not being able to reach the other half of society. It's quite difficult to see women having tech channels, even though the number has grown a lot in the past years, but it's nearly impossible to find a woman hosting a drone channel. And that's really sad. Finally, and also very important, number 5. Point number 5 is that it's about bad attitudes. And drone pilots have bad attitudes, and we are responsible for that too. There's a slight difference on what disturbs you and what disturbs everyone, but it's not the right argument. I mean, if you're hiking peacefully on a Sunday morning on a beautiful mountain and a drone passes by and kills the vibe for a few minutes, of course that sucks, but if the place is legal and everything is correct, I mean, it sucks for a few minutes and it's over. Another thing would be, as I've experienced myself in the past couple of years, you go, for example, to a beautiful beach after some months of hard work to relax, and you find 5 drones flying for 2 hours above your head, disturbing everyone trying to relax for a lot of time. Or for example, if you're disturbing animals. That's really annoying, and there are more people out there of whom their only experience with drones is something like this. There was a stupid guy flying for 30 minutes above my children and nearly crashed it against my car. we've heard that so many times. Summing up, you may feel identified with some of these points or parts of them, but we are the ones that are actually responsible for this. We are in charge of explaining to people how good drones may be, how they can help society, how they have improved agriculture, how they have helped rebuild bridges without risking people's life, or how you can save a lot of money and get some awesome shots. We have to change people's perceptions, and we have to tell other drone pilots not being responsible what they are doing wrong, and that's a big challenge. Plus, as you've seen recently, it's also a more eco way of doing, for example, fireworks. Think of that. So what do you think, guys, about this? Please let us know in the comments, and if you have had experiences similar to this, or if you don't agree with what we've said, or just stop and say hi, we will answer. So guys, thank you for watching. Always remember to keep calm and talk UAV.